Zakk Wylde and CHARLIEBENANTE have opened up about their participation in the upcoming Pantera tour. 2 weeks ago, it was reported that Wylde and Benante, along with Pantera surviving members, singer Phil Anselmo and bassist Rex Brown, will tour as Pantera, headlining a number of major festivals across North America and Europe. According to a report by Billboard, Wylde and Benante's involvement in the project has been approved by the estates of Pantera's late co-founders, drummer Vinnie Paul Abbott and guitarist Dimebag Darrell Abbott. Zakk and Charlie discussed their involvement in the Pantera Celebration Tour. While speaking to SiriusXM's Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk, Zakk said,
"Well, it's going to be awesome. The fellas have always, when Vinny was still with us, it was always rolling around that, Zakk, would you honor Dime and all of us get together and do the thing?" I said, "Fellas, whenever you want to do this thing, I'll be over here waiting in the dugout and the bullpen, and just call me in when you need me. I'll learn everything and we'll go do this." So, but it's throughout the years, there's always been like rumblings about it. So, it wasn't until obviously now, I was speaking on the phone with Phil. I think you could Charlie. We might have been all on a group call, but Phil was just like, "Zakk, would you honor Dime and would you play?" I said, "Yeah, Phil, of course. I've always said I would. So, of course." I said, "If you guys want to do it, then let's do it."
Well, Zakk, your name has always been associated with it ever since we lost Dime. It was always brought up, and like you said, it was talked about for years. Charlie, for you, are you and Zakk you're on tour together actually? So that's kind of cool. Are you guys going to be able to work out some stuff? Are you going to start thinking about maybe even trying working through some stuff musically?
Out. I have Richard Simmons tapes with us, and we do sweating to the old.
You're physically working out
and stuff like that before the show. Yes.
I saw Zakk yesterday. I saw him at Starbucks yesterday, and then I brought that up. I said, "Hey, maybe one of these days you and I can get into a room, we could start jamming some Pantera." And he said, "Not going to happen."
I go, "Yeah, Charlie, in between the oxygen chamber, me taking about 3 hours to get ready. I take more time than Gene Simmons does to get ready for these shows. Between my fishnets, making sure that my toenails and my nails match my rouge and my lipstick." No, I'm like, "Charlie, when do you expect this to happen?" "It's not going to happen." I said, we'll keep doing our homework, and then when we get in the rehearsals and we get in the Pantera boot camp, then we start doing it.
Zakk, have you obviously you can play anything, we know that, but have you ever, because this has been rumored for so long, have you ever taken the time to really sit there and go through all those guitar parts and try to kind of channel what Dime was doing? Have you figured out your approach to that? Is it going to be you trying to be as faithful to what Dime did, or are you going to do that and a little bit of your own thing? Have you thought about your approach to doing this yet?
To me, you approach it the same way you do when I'm playing with Ozzy. Obviously you got to learn St. Rhodes' stuff, and I got to learn Jake's stuff, and whether we're doing the Sabbath stuff, you learn it and do it as faithful as you can to it. And Charlie's got to learn all of Vinny's parts. So no, you do it as if you approach it as if you're in a cover band. When we do the Zakk Sabbath stuff, I don't start changing lyrics, midway through War Pigs. It's just like you learn the song, so that's what you do.
That's the thing about I can't go do this as the drummer from Anthrax because it would be a different sound completely. So when I'm going to do that, if you close your eyes, it's going to sound like it's Vinny, basically. And that's how it's going to be.
So so that's your approach, Charlie. You're going to just lock in as to exactly what Vinny did.
100%.
Yeah.
The sounds is going to sound exactly like him.
We've done New Level and Cowboys from Hell and over the years with Anthrax. So, it's something that it's not like it's too far out of Charlie's wheelhouse.
Yeah. We all know the songs really well.
And Zakk, didn't you play some stuff at Dime Bashes too?
No, we ended up, when we did the Dime Bash, that was the Zakk Sabbath thing. But, back in, I think it was 2014, when we were rolling with Down, Phil came out and Rex came out because he was in New York City when we were playing the PlayStation Theater. And and we ended up doing Unbroken. So that was 2014. So we got out and did that. But now, I mean, so now it's just a matter of Phil, because we got like a group text with all the fellas in there, and it's just Phil came up with a bunch of tunes and stuff like that. He just wrote it on a piece of paper. He said, guys, let's see if we can learn these guys, and then we'll take it from there.
Charlie's saying he had something to do with this set list and what was written on there.
It's just I'm just like, whatever you guys want to do, just throw it in, put it up there, and so I can sit and work on it.
Charlie, when did you first get approached? I mean, we found out about this a couple weeks ago when the news broke, which I'm hearing wasn't even supposed to come out at that time. It was kind of a leak. But how long has this been in the works behind the scenes?
December, maybe.
Oh, for a while.
End of December. I was talking to Philip, and then he just mentioned it. And I said, oh, yeah, sure, whatever, And then it became real, like about January, February.
Man, it's amazing that it was able to stay quiet as long as it did, something like that. That never happens. That's incredible.
I mean, to this day, if it happens, if there's one show that's played, great.
So is there a plan? Do you know when the first show is going to be?
No.
The way you say it is almost like you're not sure if there's going to be a first show.
I mean, well, if I can get Zakk out of his chamber, maybe we can.
Zakk, Charlie's worried about getting you out of the chamber in order to do this tour, actually.
No, I'm staying in the chamber.
And Charlie, I know it was important for you when you brought it up that you said, because you had texted me when the news came out, that for you it's very much about your history with the band and that this is very much a tribute to the guys. That's your approach to
Absolutely.
it, right?
And I think everybody in our band here feels the same way about those guys. It's like we go back a long way. Like
86.
80, maybe even 85.
85, yeah.
It's very much family with Pantera.
Total family. We played a show at a place called Cardi's in Houston, and Pantera were the opening band.
It was 86.
It was 86.
Summer of 86.
Hellstar was on the bill, and it's the first time we met them. I mean, my friendship with Daryl, goes a long way, and I love both of those guys so much. So for me, it was a very emotional thing when, to do this. So that's what it's all about. It's all about those two guys, and doing it. I don't want to see anybody else doing it but me. You know what I mean? And because I'm going to do it right.
Zakk, you feel the same way?
Yeah, of course, man. So I've always answered it, like whenever it's come up, you're celebrating the guys and you're celebrating all their achievements and their greatness, and that's what it is. I mean, I just tell everybody that, because somebody was just like, how can they call a Pantera reunion? I go, well, it's Phil and Rex getting back together, because they haven't played together for a while. But I go, it's a Pantera, a celebration. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's just like no different than Mitch and Noel from the Experienced Hendrix asking Eric Clapton to come out and sing and play Jimmy's stuff and honor him. And they're going to go out and honor Jimi Hendrix. So I mean, to me, it's the same thing. So I mean, with Ozzy, we honor St. Rhodes every night. Every time we're playing, I don't know, Mr. Crowley, everything. You're honoring Randy. So I mean, the whole thing is just to me, it's just an extension of that. You're honoring Dime, you're honoring Vinny, and you're honoring Phil and Rex. All the guys, their achievements, what they achieved as Pantera, and all the mountains they conquered. So that's the way I look at it. It's the way I've always looked at it.
These are songs that need to be played live.
Yeah.
They deserve to be played, these songs. They shouldn't just sit, it needs to be a live experience. And just think about the generations of fans that never got to see it in any way, shape, or form. And now they're going to get to see this celebration of a band that did break so much new ground in the world of heavy metal.
And just the two guys actually doing it, him as Charlie and Zakk, it's not.
Yeah, to me, it's
that's the right fit.
right guys.
Absolutely.
For sure. I mean, immediately I felt that way. Hey, Zakk, one more quick thing, and then I'll let you go. Get back to your chamber here. I know you got a lot of warm up and vocal prep to do for the show tonight. I know there's a procedure here, but My question
I really
is,
don't care about the vocals. I'm just worried about my nails and my rouge and my eyeliner. But carry on.
Rouge.
He said it so well. Rouge.
these guys talked about
You know
these
it.
guys talked about when they first saw Pantera and met those guys. What do you remember the very first time you saw the band or met them? I mean, having such a friendship and history. What was the first time I saw Pantera was the Fast Lane in Asbury Park for like 100 people. That was the first time I saw and met them. But for you, Zakk, when
Wow.
was the very first time you met them?
No, with Pride and Glory, we did Donington, and we saw it was on the bill. It was Aerosmith headlining, then Extreme, then Pantera. I mean, that was like the top three billing, which was pretty insane. But yeah, seeing Pantera and for with that style of music and and them doing it. I mean, at Donington, I mean that's a perfect fit. The energy was just absolutely mind blowing. I mean, that's where the band. Aside of the amazing records and everything like that, but that is completely in their element. I mean, it's just like absolutely mind blowing. I mean, just the power coming off the stage, and with that music and everything, it was just, and the band sounded great. I mean, the performance and everything like that. So it was, it was really special. That's for sure.
Well, listen, man, I know the fans obviously are extremely excited about this, and I think I agree that you and Charlie are the ways to do it for sure if it's going to happen. So I wish you luck with it, and I'll see you tonight at the gig, and I'll let you get back to your chamber. I'm going to continue with the Anthrax guys here because they thought enough of me to actually make the ride out here. So
He's got a long drive.
I'm renting this thing from Michael Jackson, and it ain't cheap, so I can't. I got bills. I got it sitting here. I gotta use it, bro.
All right, man. I'll bring you a Mets hat to wear on stage tonight, or a jersey or something if you want. Piazza sent me
No,
some
if
stuff
you
for
want to have your legs broken, then you can bring a Met jersey. So there you go.
Hey, man, take care. I'll see you later on tonight. All right.
All right, fellas. See you in a bit. Fellas,
Hi,
see you in a
Zakk.
little while. I gotta
Zakk.
go back to the chamber. I'll talk to you in a bit, fellas.
All right. Thanks for the time. Tell JD to open the door for you so you can get back in the chamber.
Thank you for tuning in, and please hit that like button, it's appreciated. Make sure that you subscribe for more rock-related content.